Hare Krishna. I want to discuss about the practical application of Bhagavad Gita in our life. So, what is this Bhagavad Gita and when should a person start reading this and what is the use of reading it? What is actually Bhagavad Gita teaching you? Basically, Bhagavad Gita is like a manual for living a life. Say for example, you bought a product and without reading it, if you start using it and the product gets spoiled, what is the use of reading after it gets spoiled? Before start using it, if you read the manual, then you know how to use it properly. In the same way, when we take birth in this material world or when we come into existence, if a manual like Bhagavad Gita is given to us how to live this life, then we can actually use it very well and live a life which is worth living and which has solutions for all the problems in our day-to-day life. Now, who is eligible for reading this Bhagavad Gita? Actually, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevara yak prayati samadbhavam yatma atra sanshaya. A person, if he lives Krishna conscious life and if he gives or takes his name while giving up this body, he is for sure to go back to Godhead. And to achieve this, we need to live a life of Krishna consciousness. How is that possible? How is Bhagavad Gita giving you an insight for this? In every chapter or in every where Krishna gives you many ways how to go back to Godhead and how to get happiness in this life, how to get liberation. There are so many solutions for every problem of life in Bhagavad Gita. And why did he choose only Arjuna, not others? Like say for example, there were so many devotees even at that point of time also. Why did he choose only Arjuna? Because Krishna wanted to teach to the world that Bhagavad Gita is not only for the people who are old, because 90% of the population think that he'll take up the spiritual process after he retires. The fag end of the life, if you learn about life, what is the use, right? While living the life or while you have the life in your hand, if you know how to deal with it, how to solve the problems, how to find the solutions, then there is use. Or else, if your usual thinking is, at the end of the life, when you have lived the whole life, what is the use of knowing how to act? So, this taking up this spiritual process or reading Bhagavad Gita helps in the day-to-day life. And it gives you a way of hope, a ray of hope that there is a better life after this life. Unless a person knows about this point, he will develop an attitude of snatching and enjoying, right? And it's a fact. Actually, if you are not told that you will have another life after this and you will be rewarded for your deeds after this, you will not feel like, living a nice life. You feel like snatching whatever you get and live. Why? Because you are not told that there is one more life after this. And it's a natural tendency. So basically, Karma Yoga or Gnana Yoga, Krishna gives you many examples in Bhagavad Gita how to deal with every situation in your life. And a person is told, in the Karma Yoga, he says that whatever deeds you do, you get results. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. So, if a person is not told that, definitely he will not have an insight to this. He tries to live in his own way and tries. That's what is happening in the life, right? In the world, we see around us, there are so many problems, so many terrorists, so many terrorisms. Everything is happening because they were not told that there is one more chance after this life, and that's why they don't know. They try to snatch. If they don't get, they try to live whatever they get, and they try to find happiness by hook or crook, whether it is the right means or the wrong means. But if the person is told, no, every action of us is being recorded and it is given a result, then there is a high chance that he will live the life very carefully. And major, 90% of the problems in the life, in the world will be solved. Anyway, Bhagavad Gita, say for example, I am giving Karma Yoga. It teaches you, if you work for, or if you give your results to Vishnu or Krishna, then you get liberated. Unless you know that point, you will be always striving for yourself, your family, and filled with anxieties, running here and there, and you will never find peace. So Bhagavad Gita is very essential, not only for, old, which we usually think. It is essential for every person in every walk of life, in every, basically the spirituality should be started right when you are very young, because you have the whole life to live, and that's the reason why as parents it is our responsibility to teach our children how to look into this matter and start the spirituality for them, not only for yourself, right when they are small. Then they grow up with these values, and they grow up with the association of the devotees who teach them how to deal with problems and how to find solutions in our life. So Bhagavad Gita is very essential for everyone, and this teaches us Krishna consciousness, how to surrender to the Lord and how to do our work in day-to-day life. Not only going back after this life, but even in every walk of life, every point, at every situation, you will be knowing how to deal with it. Hare Krishna.